So Tim's last refill had a big impact on me. We had a conversation where I asked him, what about the work that you're doing makes you feel like it matters so much that you want to finish it? When I asked the question, I was at a low point creatively. Doubt and frustration were all I could see. My friend Tim decided to answer that question in the very next refill. While it was a message that we can all appreciate, I think he meant it, especially for me, as a kick in the pants. Tim has always pushed a philosophy of expressive individualism, my term, for the idea that, hey, only you can write like you, so what are you waiting for? I heard him loud and clear. I've needed to get out of my own way for a while, and so I called Tim, and I thanked him for the refill. And what was Tim's response? Go write a story by Monday. It was exactly what I needed, so I wrote a short story. Immediately. I'm so thankful to have Tim as a trusted editor, podcast co-host, and just all-around great friend. Because it's all too easy for me to slide into a pit of despair when I think about the relevance of my own fiction. Fiction is a way of framing reality, of ordering the chaos of life, is a compelling concept. But sometimes we need stories purely for entertainment. Whether your stories teach a skill, establish a moral code, resist a societal norm, expose a tragedy, or merely entertain the reader, your story is valuable and necessary. So the idea of relevance is rather fluid. Does the work give you joy? Relevant. Are you proud of its quality? Relevant. And so on and so on. Relevance is merely my way of connecting purposefully with writing fiction. Every so often, I need reminders that relevance is not a catalyst that shoots the starter pistol, nor is it a byproduct or result of finishing the race. Relevance is my reaction to doing the work in the moment-by-moment creation, that the point of running the race is to run the race. Starting to write is tough because you have to fight through inertia. Having written is also tough because the further away you get from it, the worse it appears. But writing, that spontaneous act of creation, that explosion of possibility, that wrestling with and pinning down of turns of phrase, that revelation of character and complexity inherent in all people. Well, that's where I have the most fun. That's my relevance now. The only person putting pressure on me is me. How do I know this? Because the second Tim challenged me to write a story, I did it immediately. He gave me a deadline of Monday, and I completed it by Saturday, 2 days early. Why did the external deadline spark me to action? Why did I rise to Tim's challenge, yet shrink from my own? Maybe I didn't want to disappoint him? And if so, why is it wrong to disappoint others, but okay to disappoint myself? So clearly I have a lot to unpack, but the point of today's refill is I enjoy writing again. Maybe for the first time in a long time. I've been unfair to myself, quite by accident, and Tim's nudge of encouragement has helped me break the cycle, push past the inertia, and enjoy the process once again. When looking at the relevance of your work, I think you must first approach it like work, but not like a job. See, to me, a job is something you endure, something not fun, usually trading time for money. But work is something that gives you purpose. The woodworker makes a chair. The ice sculptor makes a centerpiece. The cobbler makes shoes. And the writer makes fiction. Work can truncate time. We focus, achieve a flow state, and live in the accelerated warp lane of diligence, patience, dedication to craft, and the hours just fly by. The hands of the wall clock spin with comic quickness, and we glance out of the window of our chosen workshop, and the light outside has changed. The world is different now. That work has made us time travelers. It's a powerful, satisfying piece, a clear and relevant joy I now want to recreate every day. See you next week, fellow time travelers. Start writing.